Hi guys, Steph here. Okay, today we've got for you a very nice, handsome fountain pen and a very desirable model as well. Now for you eagle-eyed viewers that watch regular, you would have remembered a pen haul, the house clearing pen haul where I found or I purchased a lot of sort of tired, old, dirty, shabby fountain pens. And you would have seen this one here. There we go. So this one actually isn't in too bad condition, but a little bit tired and obviously needs some TLC. Hey! And after that TLC, look at this gorgeous fountain pen. What we've got for you here is a Swan Visofil fountain pen made by Mabie Todd and Company Limited in England around about the 1930s. Now this one, as you saw previous, it was a little bit tired. It actually needed servicing. Now the problem with this particular model, if you haven't got the tools that are needed, they're actually very well. I personally would not attempt to service them myself without having the necessary tools. So what I did, I reached out to a friend of mine, Mr. Lawrence Oldfield, and asked him would he service it for me, which he agreed. So I sent it off, it came back fully serviced internally. I then polished the pen, cleaned it up externally, and as you can see, it's now a fully functioning, stunning example. The size of this pen from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, it's 130 millimeters capped. Around the barrel, it's approximately 12.5 millimeters in diameter. Now this particular one comes in what I term as the silver hatch pattern. Okay, so you can see there the hatch sort of design and in silver. They also brought this model out in green and I believe in a colour called ruby. Now this one is what they term as the VT series. There was one model before this one, the V series, which is the Mark 1, which I believe the filling system is a little bit easier to service. And then they brought this one out, the Mark 2, the VT series, but this one was actually a lot more complicated internally to service. Now, why did they bring this particular? I personally believe, and I've read that Swan brought these pens out to compete with the likes of the Parker Vacumatic pens. Because, yeah, I mean, quite simply, it's a sort of similar filling system internally, although slightly different and, as I said, maybe a little bit more complicated. You can see it's got this black stud to the bottom. We'll show you that in a moment. It's got a gold fill ring here, just here as well. And then if we take you to the cap, you can see it's got these two cap bands to the bottom of the cap. It's got the very recognisable Swan ball clip there with the Swan logo. And then again to the top, a slightly peaked finial to the very top of the cap, which matches the end of the barrel. So once again, a stunning, stunning example. Now, one of the things you may have noticed is this pen, when they designed it, they had what they termed as a transparent ink chamber in the, if you like, in the top half of the barrel there. And if I bring on my light, there you go, that'll make it a little bit clearer. Okay, so you can see it's got this transparent section there so that you can see the ink inside the barrel. So very nice indeed again. Okay, so once again the Visofil Mark II, and again it's this Vacumatic filling system. As I said, from around about the 1930s. If we unscrew the cap for you, show you the pen in numerous different angles. Now, like I say, it was tired, it was dirty. You know, Lawrence serviced it internally. So, by the way, thank you, Lawrence, for doing that for me. And again, when I received it, I just sort of polished it up, cleaned it externally as well. Maybe did a little bit more work, and it's now a lovely example. Incidentally, if we show you the barrel imprint, okay, there you go. So it says Swan Visofil pen. It's got patent applied for Mabie Todd and Company Limited, made in England. Now it's also got two initials, I think, is it ES there? Okay, very discreet, not very visible, and again, as far as I'm concerned, doesn't take away the beauty of this gorgeous, stunning pen. They're a lovely size pen to hold, to write with. Again, with my large hands, very, very comfortable to hold and to write with. Now, as we mentioned earlier, it's this sort of Vacumatic system they've got, and what they had to the end here, as opposed to the Parker Vacumatics that had a blind cap, this one had what they described as an extendable button, which means what you would have done, or what you would do, is simply turn the button like so, to the full extent, like so. You would then dip the nib and a little bit of the section into the ink, and you would press down numerous times, which in turn would create a vacuum inside the pen and fill the pen with your favourite ink. So we've got this, as I say, this extendable button. Once the pen is full, you would just then simply screw it back into place like so. Okay, and then away you would go and write with your favourite ink. So I'm not going to fill the pen because, as you can see, it's nice and clean internally. I'm going to leave that pleasure to the new owner, because what we'll do, we'll try and find a new home for the pen. So whether somebody decides just simply keep it in their collection as a very nice example, or if they prefer to fill the pen with ink, that is up to them. So if we go down to, or up to the section, you can see quite a small black section flares out towards the nib. Okay, and then we've got this nib here. Now, again, before, there we go, the nib had a little bit of an issue. There you go. So we've put that right, and now you can see it's very nice indeed, and it reads Swan number 3, 14 carat 585, Mabie Todd and Company, and then hidden inside the section, made in England. So there's a sideways view for you. There's the feed underneath. It's got a standard Swan ladder feed there, as you can see, nice and clean. And I think you can see it says Swan on the feed as well. So very, very nice indeed. So again, not going to fill it, but obviously I know you people like to see these pens writing. So what we'll do, let's bring our ink on here. Let's do a dip test. and let's see how the pen writes. So what we've got is a Swan Visofil pen, circa, I would say, the 1930s, made in England. And this one is what we term as the VT, or the Mark 1. This is the Mark 2 model. Okay, so let's dip it again into the ink, because I believe it's got a little bit of flex to it. So, but it's writing very nicely indeed. And yeah, look at that. So if we do some figure of eights, okay, we're just running out of ink. But yes, it's got some flex to the nib, and as you can see there, you can get a nice line variation with this lovely nib. So let's give that a wipe. We'll clean that after the video, and as I said, what we'll do, we'll try and find a new home for this stunning pen. Absolutely superb. So once again, cheers Lawrence for doing that for me. It's appreciated. And as you can see, we've now together resurrected this lovely pen, and somebody is going to enjoy it for many years to come. Lovely. So there we have it, the Swan Visofil Mark II, made by Mabie Todd and Company in England. Beautiful, beautiful pen. I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoy showing them to you people. Don't forget, down below, leave a comment. Give the video a thumbs up if you will. Don't forget to subscribe as well. But for now, I'm just going to say Slavo Ukraini from me and this gorgeous pen. Bye-bye for now.